Hey everybody, Cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile is here, and this is episode 20 of Oscar Rewind 2024 edition. My bi-weekly series of videos where I revisit films that reflect the work of this past year's Oscar nominees and winners. My hope is that you will discover a new older favorite or revisit something you maybe haven't seen in a while. And if I may say, today is definitely an older favorite of mine. As always, I'll be discussing the awards season history for the film, the box office information, the critical ratings, and of course, all the reviews are spoiler free. Also, remember to check out my website, cinephilemike.com, for exclusive reviews of this summer's new releases and other fun content. This coming Sunday, you will find my review of the highly exciting The Strangers Chapter 1. So the teaser footage at Comic Con, can't wait, as well as John Krasinski's lighter family fare, not in the horror genre, If. Okay. Today on Oscar Rewind, I am discussing DreamWorks Pictures' high flying suspense flick, Red Eye. It's Friday, so this is a great one to check out this weekend if you're looking for something light. Written by Carl Ellsworth, based on a story by Ellsworth and Dan Foose, and directed by the legendary Wes Craven, this is an earlier piece of work of some future Oscar nominees. Released in the late summer of 2005 domestically, Red Eye had a box office take of $57,891,803 and added to that an additional $38,366,398 from its fall international release in box office, bringing its worldwide total to $96,258,201. So close to that 100 million mark. All this information brought to you, of course, from Box Office Mojo. On the rating side, like the film I did earlier this week, Requiem, there is a divide between critic and audience on Rotten Tomatoes. The film has a critical rating of 80% based on 196 critical reviews, but it drops to a 64% on Rotten Tomatoes based on a polling of over 250,000 audience reviews. So, why is Red Eye here? Well, this is what I love about Rewind, right? I don't always have to hit the Oscar nominated or winning films. And while they are a joy to watch, mostly because sometimes they're dealing with heavier stuff, there are those films that are fun that don't have the Academy appeal, but there's something that you get out of them. And a Wes Craven thriller? Why not? Red Eye stars this year's Oscar winner for Best Actor in Oppenheimer, Cillian Murphy, relatively early in his stateside recognized career, and previous nominee, not this past year, but a few years ago, Rachel McAdams, nominated for Best Supporting Actress in Spotlight, and then he thought could have been a dark horse contender for Supporting Actress this year for Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Red Eye had a little love in the non traditional awards circuit. The film was nominated for 3 Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Film Awards. Best Action Adventure Thriller Film, Best Lead Actor for Murphy, and Best Lead Actress for McAdams. McAdams was also nominated for Best Performance at the MTV Movie and TV Awards, and both leads had specialized nominations at the Teen Choice Awards. McAdams was nominated for Choice Scream, and Murphy for Choice Sleazebag. Yes, I said it. And I guess that tells you a little bit about the role that Murphy has in this film. It also won at the Teen Choice Awards the Choice Thriller. And it was a big year for McAdams because she was also named the Breakthrough Actress Award from the Hollywood Film Awards because 2005 had 3 releases for her. In addition to Red Eye, it was also the year of Wedding Crashers and The Family Stone. So, Red Eye. This is the story of McAdams' Lisa Reiser. A shining star in the hotel management department, Lisa is the manager of the Lux Atlantic Hotel in Miami. Now, headed back to Miami after attending her grandmother's funeral, she arrives in a very crowded Dallas airport, hoping to catch her red eye flight, but seeing that as a result of the storm, everything is grounded. While waiting online and reading the latest book from Dr. Phil, she meets a man named Jack, played by Murphy. Minor flirtations occur before she needs to go and speak to the airline agent, so their ways are parted, not before he offers her an invite to meet her at the bar for a drink. She says maybe. Then some time passes, and she's like, eh. She goes to the bar, meets him for a drink. Then he has to step away to make a call, but she hears that the flight is announced, so she goes to the flight. And wouldn't you know it, in the truest of true romantic comedy ways, not only are they on the same flight, they're sitting next to each other. Aww, isn't that just the way? But then, as soon as that plane is up in the air, Jack reveals his true intentions. It isn't chance, but planned. He needs Lisa. He needs her help in executing a high ranking political assassination that will occur at her hotel. And should she not assist, well, she learns that her father, who is being watched by Jack's men, will be killed. And at 35,000 feet, trapped in a window seat next to the man holding her hostage, what can she do? Now, it seems as if this is a spoiler, but it's not. A lot of what I just said is kind of referenced in the trailer. It's what we get into during the flight and after. And we will follow Lisa as she just tries to solve everyone, building to a climax at, well, a house that is going to need some repair. Now, Red Eye, this is a sharp, tight paced thriller. At a runtime of just around 80 minutes, it gives you all the exposition you need without getting lost in it and makes you feel all the claustrophobic suspense one might feel trapped on a plane at 35,000 feet in the air. Much of what makes the film work is the underplaying of Murphy and McAdams. Now, the film we're in and the circumstances we're under, we've seen similar types of films like this, which can almost lead to a farcical means of the villain really like chewing the scenery and elaborate overacting sometimes by the quote unquote victim or the hero of the story. That's not the case here. McAdams grounds the anxiety, making us feel the way she does, yet exhibiting enough control to do what she has to do, given the reality of her situation, bizarre as it may seem. And in this villainous role, Murphy is a very suave player who never raises his voice above a gentle, keening tone. Even when he, let's just say, ends up slightly vocally challenged. Although I will say there's one point where I think he's trying to challenge Tom Cruise for most arm movement in a run. I digress. The chemistry between the two is solid, and you feel the shift from flirtation to the fighting. Craven is a master of the tense moment. We've seen him do it many times before, and he has several in this film that will make you cringe in your seat. He doesn't waste time moving the story along, and that is definitely not a disservice. You don't need this film to be any longer or pack anything else. And even in the most tense moments, he does find some great moments of levity to make you laugh, including some scenes that feature Gemma Mays in her first film role as Cynthia, a concierge at the hotel, and an interesting pair of hotel guests played by Robert Pine and Terry Press Marks, and also another supporting player in the film who is credited as irate passenger Lauren Lester, who has some great comedic moments that will make you laugh at just the right time. You'll be entertained at this one as well as a little bit scared because, like many of Craven's films of the 90s and pretty much any horror or suspense film that came out circa mid 90s to the early aughts, the entire score is done by Marco Beltrami. A two-time Oscar nominee himself, he will make you want to bite your nails down to the beds. So, does this film add anything to the horror suspense genre? Not really, but is it a hell of a lot of fun? Yes. If I gave halves, this film would, be a 4.5 out of 5, but I don't do halves, so it's going to have to stay at its 4. It is a tense, great film, fun performances. The two stars go toe to toe. The ending gets a little bizarre, extreme, the absurdity a little. I'm like, I think they could have grounded that a little bit differently, but hey, I'll take it. If you would like to see Red Eye and you haven't, or you want to revisit it because you haven't seen it in a while, it is streaming on MGM Plus, which I believe now, as of this recording, is bundled together with Paramount Plus. Or you can rent it on most digital platforms for as little as $4, and I do believe that this one is worth it. So there you have it. I hope everyone is enjoying Oscar Rewind. Is there a film you're hoping I'm going to get to? Let me know in the comments. Shoot me a message through my website. Let me know. You want to come on and review it with me? I have no problem. As I've referenced, Summer vacation is coming. I'm going to be pre recording some episodes, and I would love to have some of you come along with me and chat. If you like what you heard here, please subscribe to the channel, spread the word, get it out there. You can follow me on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd. Happy watching, everyone. And until next time, this is Cinephile Mike saying, say it with me at home. Take a break and watch something new.